Reading for Pisces for March 2025. The way I am doing the reading, I am usually doing it specifically for your career and your money area. Then I'm going through your relationship area, and then I walk you through the guidance from the universe. My name is Yulia, and I've been in tarot world for more than 10 plus years, and I am really interested specifically today in how I can just really spread guidance, clarity, and every possible way for abundance flow for everyone, every possible zodiac. That's why I am doing it. It's my mission. I love doing it. If you love my readings, subscribe to this channel. Now let's get started. What's in store for Pisces for career and money area? Let's have a look at it. So we see here Page of Swords. That's interesting. We just passed through the Mars retrograde here. It was a very intensive period, and we are stepping into something new. Something new. So that's interesting. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. Strength. That's a really interesting combination of cards. What I can see here for you, beautiful Pisces. Page of Cups. So we have lots of learnings in here, which will be happening into your life, specifically during March. And it will be related to acquiring of skill set to really augment your value on the market. That's what I can see here, especially with this Ace of Swords. Okay, so we have here Knight of Cups. That's interesting. So there will be lots of learnings during this period for you, Pisces. Specifically, you see we have these two pagers. Two pagers are here, Page of Swords and Page of Cups. So you really want to watch everything around your emotions and what's happening in your mind during that period. Why? Because there might be lots and lots of situations which might augment your anxiety during this period. You see how she's hidden, being really attacked by those swords. That's why the whole universe is kind of like really saying to you, hey, you want just to learn how to deal with that, holding the sword of your mind. You see? So Page is actually representing that stepping into that studentship, when you step into learning how to deal with your mind. Even if someone around you tries to put you out of your balance, you take the sword of your mind and you deal with the world. That's the whole idea of it, with lots of strength within. But that is not dealing with the world with, that inner fire and fight. That's dealing with the world with actually lots of compassion and love. Do you see how she is handling this beast in here, right? So she is turning on her light, literally. That's what she is doing. And that's why, that beast is kind of like under her power. That's what is happening here. And there might be lots of situations when you will have to really deal with those who around you in your work, who will try to take you out of that balance. But mostly that will be related to those triggers. Those people will be like triggers for what's inside you already. Yeah, so that's what it is. And you really want to watch your emotions during this period. You see how this knight is walking on this horse, right? So he's really watching that chalice, meaning that he doesn't want it to be spilled out, anything from it to be spilled out. Already something has been spilled out, right? We can see based on, what was triggered here. So we see those cards appearing in this reading together. That's why you need to be cautious around your heart, right? So do not allow anyone to step on the territory of your heart. You see how these two cards, they really are one under another, meaning how do you deal with the world? With lots of compassion and lots of love. That's the only answer, in fact. So yeah. And what is the main theme for your career during this period? Let's have a look at it. By the way, if you love my readings, subscribe to my channel. I do those lives every day here. In the end of the readings, I can do you a gift. I will pick one who wants a free reading and do it just live today. Oh, wow, High Priest, intend and create. So there will be this whole month under this creation mode. So there will be lots of situations when you will have to, you see, kind of like, wait, really focus on your creation, that single focusedness onto your creation, right? So do you see how this priest is intense in his creation? Right, how he's holding his wand in here, right? So that's that type of attitude you want to develop in your career in March, that type of feeling. So if you have it with that type of intention, there will be no limitations to how much you will create. You see, he's holding his wand like that sword. So literally you want to have it that way. All right. So that is the main theme for you, for your career, dear Pisces. Let's see what's in store for you in March for your relationship area. Let's have a look at it. I am really fascinated for any time when we have such readings together, relationship and career, because they're usually intermingling with each other. So let's see for your relationship area specifically. What's in there? Yeah, so this Mars retrograde, it was bringing us actually lots and lots of tension, especially in our goals, right? Everything. So we want just to pass through all this correctly. Wow, 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. That's a wonderful beginning. I love it. Let's see, King of Wands. That's very, very promising. Wow. One card is better than the other. If you are here, that's definitely for a reason, I tell you. Nothing here is happening without any reason. There is strong resonance, especially today, happening in this universe. The Moon. Very strong intuitive card. Very, very strong intuitive card, the archetypal card. 6 of Swords. This is like really showing me that island of intention, where you are going, that dream island, to see how she's walking there step by step with lots of passion. Do you remember that Knight of Cups? So the Knight of Cups, which we have seen in your career reading just a few minutes ago, just shows how much passion has to be there. Oh, 8 of Swords. Yeah, so you really want to watch around for those naysayers who try to continuously suffocate you, your free spirit. Yeah, so just like this snake, it's always trying to suffocate our pure free intentions. Yeah, so we need to watch them and just really release them. Release them. Do that. Lots of work can be done here. So what I can clearly see here, dear Pisces, for your relationship area, right, for March, is that everything will start in tremendously well for you. You see the combination of these two cards. And this shows me that you will have lots and lots of possibilities to nurture yourself and to love yourself truly, and to really stay in that loving, beautiful, bathing area with yourself. So let's have a look actually what you can do specifically to nurture and love yourself during this period. I'm really wondering, what can you do specifically, dear Pisces? By the way, in the end of this reading, I will pick one who wants for a free tarot reading, so stay tuned. And if you love my readings, just subscribe to my channel. I do them lives every day so that you would not miss it. Oh, music. You know, music is a very powerful self-love, self-nurturing technique. Why? Because it truly bypasses all the logic, right? And that's how we, by tuning into something that truly vibrates to our heart, we can just come back to our center just like instantly, in a click of a button. Really, there is such a thing as click of a button of our heart. So that click of a button is truly music, okay? And music, there is strong vibrational music today on YouTube, by the way. If you're listening to it just after that, I would strongly recommend to you going and really listening to those high beat music, high vibrational music. There is high beats music here, and just type it, you'll find it, and see if it resonates with you, how to discern it. There is usually this issue with the discernment. Do not rely here on your logic. See if it lifts you up. If it lifts you up, just exactly like on this card, right? That is the card of happiness, in fact. If it lifts you up inwardly, it means there is something great happening. If you don't feel that it lifts you up, you just don't want to continue listening that. Even if it is saying that's such a huge frequency there, whatever, have that discernment from the perspective of your energy. All right, very, very important. That's how you develop that kinship over your energy. Energy is a powerful tool, okay? If you own anything around your heart center, you can become the master of your energy, I tell you. That's the key. Because that's exactly where that fountain of youth is opening up. Because the more energy we have and the more we get aligned with the music, which is opening us up for energy flow, the more we can do in life. So there are specific techniques which you can do during the day to lift your energy, very simple ones. Let's say you meet a person. You meet a person and after that you feel suffocated, just like exactly what's happening here, right? That's suffocation. Try to consider the decrease of communication with that person, okay? If you meet a person and after meeting that person you feel lifted up, you want just to increase the communication, the frequency of communication with that person. That's how you discern it. That's how you distill it. You will ask me, Yulia, but I just go really every day into my family and there I just feel suffocated. I feel that way and there is no possibility for me to save myself from that. And I tell you, you can always find the ways, even if you live together at this moment, how you can shut yourself down from that just by maybe going and reading the book, maybe just going out of the house, intentionally. Intentionality matters. I know what I'm talking about. I was living with my parents for 21st years of my life. So I was continuously shutting myself out from lots of nonsense there, honestly. So that's what preserved my sense of life, because I love my parents, but they are not my peers. So it preserved my energy. You want to always think from energy preservation, because energy, Albert Einstein was writing about it. It's in quantum physics. Energy is behind everything. Energy is equal to mass multiplied speed of light quadrant, all right? So everything starts lifting up from your energy. Very, very important to understand that. By the way, in the end of my reading, I will pick one who would want to have the free reading today, just as a gift for you. So stay tuned and just write down if you want it. I will pick the card for you, or do a small reading as a gift. And also, if you love my readings, you can subscribe to the channel. I go live every day. So continue into music. Stay really tuned to what lifts you up. What lifts you up, okay? Even after this video, you just want to find something what may lift you up. That's the only discernment. Today we are suffering from discernment. Discernment, lack of discernment, because we are too much into the logic. So pay attention to how you feel. What feel matters, all right? Okay, so, and you see this is a strong archetypal card for connectedness to your intuition. Today we are living in such an age, actually in such a century. And the more we are going actually further, the more materialistic it's getting on some level. So the darker it seems, but in reality, there is much more light. The light is getting much more distinct. So it may only seem to be dark, but in reality, there is so much light in there. So in fact, the darker it seems to be, the more light we can see. And the next logical card after that, the card number, this is the 18th card, the card number 19, it is the sun. Okay, so the sun follows the moon. So we are definitely moving in a beautiful direction here as humanity, even if everything is happening in a very chaotic way. But you already, many of you here probably sensed that there is something beyond your physical family. Many of you sense like that thing as a soul family. And that is what specifically here for Pisces I'm reading for you, that you will start sensing those people who are from your soul family. So how can you identify those people who are from your soul family? Let's ask actually the oracle for that. How can you really see them? Which kind of traits they will have? Wow. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. That's very interesting. So it's really, these people will have those qualities of healing. Healing in which direction? It might be energy healing, like, you know, anything around Reiki. It might be, let's say, they might be in yoga, rebalancing you, any kind of rebalancing techniques, you know. So this type of people, you would meet more and more and more. By the way, for Pisces specifically, you are continuously going through this balance between magnanimity and love. It means like that generosity of your heart is bringing you towards love. You are one of the most gentle signs, one of the most gentle zodiacs. If you know, by the way, and you are listening here, and you only know Pisces, you are not Pisces yourself, you probably could see that that zodiac is extremely gentle zodiac, and they are like on that healing. I think those Pisces, they literally came to help the humanity heal. That's what it is. That's why for you, Pisces, it's all about that healing. So if you were thinking also from the perspective of that side hustle and you are still in the corporate world, for instance, there might be lots of possibilities for you in March to reunite with your higher purpose to become that healer, in fact, because patience, with just go through that period with lots of patience. This is the card of really acquiring your craft. Do you see how this caterpillar gets slowly but steadily into that chrysalis? It's not even cocoon, it's chrysalis, right? So it's dying in Christ. You know, there is this, in Father we were born, in Christ we die, and in the sacred spirit we are reborn. So that's what it is in here. And that's the beauty of that transformation here. So once we reunite with our higher purpose, with more impact into this life, that's what's happening. That's why I pulled this card for you. By the way, if you love my readings, subscribe to my channel. I do those readings really every day so that you would not miss them out. In the end of this, I also will propose you a gift. I pick one of you to give the free reading, so you can type here who wants it. Then I will pick one of you here and we'll do it live. Why not? All right, so all of you who want this live reading right now, just type it in the comments that you want it. Just type I want live reading and That would be enough. Type also your issue, what you want specifically. Or I can just pull the card for you and do that description. If you want some specific area to be highlighted, tell me there as well. I see green one can use. You told that you want a reading. Beautiful. If you want just one card pull, I will do for you. If you want a reading in a specific area and what specifically you want to know, just let me know here. All right, so I would love also to see who can help Pisces during this period to really reconnect with your intuition, because it seems like you will be on the journey of connecting to your soul family. And I would love to see which kind of qualities though that soul family will have, except for the qualities of healers. Okay, we already identified that these will be healers. Which are the qualities these people will have? Let's have a look, because that's a very interesting question. Oh, that's exactly it, you see? The moon and high priestess, this Isis, she's literally here, you know? Harness mystic power. So anyone who you will meet who will have that kind of like looking beyond the veil perspective. It's not necessarily they will do it professionally, but you will look into their eyes, you will see it, you will sense it. They will speak to your guts. That's how you will identify them. These are much deeper people than the regular joy around you. I tell you. So it's just how you will identify them. So they will, and this is so much going in alignment. So it's truly whenever I see those high priestess women, those mystical women, they are mystics. They are usually healers. Okay, so I'm actually in mystics myself, and I'm the energy healer myself. So it's very much going in alignment. There is lots of logic behind it, actually. So, yeah. Which kind of other qualities those people may have as your soul family? Wow, shapeshifter. You know who's shapeshifter? If you never heard about that, Merlin was a shapeshifter. So Arthurian stories, the King Arthur. Do you remember who is King Arthur? So probably everyone heard about him here. So King Arthur was a famous shapeshifter. He could shift his shapes. I'm actually going from, initially, I was born in Siberia, and we had lots of stories about shapeshifting there around shamans. So shapeshifting is basically when it's just like stories, but they don't say that these are stories, and there is lots and lots of mystery and secrecy there. I will give you a perspective. My sister, she was born very ill, and doctors, they already gave up on her. So what happened is we brought her to that shapeshifter in Siberia, actually. She was a renowned shaman woman there, so she was from it was very hard to find her there. And my mom went a long, long pathway in the woods. But what happened is she really healed my sister. All the doctors said that she will die. That's it, they gave up. She used certain type of stuff, crazy things there with herbal stuff, with nature, whatever. I don't know what was there, but there was true magic happening there. I tell you, around those shamans and shamanic traditions, there is lots of magic and mystics. So because I was surrounded by it, I remember how one shaman also came to me and he said, "You have to be a doctor." And she's like, "What do you talk about? I don't want to be a doctor." But what he truly meant is the healer. Now I understand it. So, by the way, coming back to King Arthur, right? Because I started from shapeshifters Merlin, who wrote all these Arthurian stories, right? So Merlin was playing a really powerful role in all the history of Arthur, King Arthur, and these 12 knights. He was leading King Arthur. King Arthur actually was, all his stories very much intermingled with that Merlin. So Merlin was a son of devil and a servant of God. Okay, and he was a prominent shapeshifter and a magician. You can read about that, but he was serving God, even being the son of devil. And that's a very, very interesting thing. Why? Because this God gives the perspective, no matter we are here born, even in the religion, we are all actually born in the religion saying to us, you're all born in sin already, you're all sinful. But Merlin was a son of devil, but he was a servant of God. Okay, it didn't really stop him from serving the greater good. It just gives us hope for every one of us, okay, how we can transform and transcend all the limiting beliefs which were imposed into us. Very important to understand this. These are very powerful people who can shift their mind. That's very, very important. So I would say it's the shapeshifter, not just the form, but the shifter of the mind. Yes, Pinky, you definitely can get the reading in the end. I already promised that for absolutely everyone who comes here and writes that they want a reading, I will pick 1 or 2 people here and we'll do the live reading just on the spot. So stay tuned to the end of this reading and I will give it to you. Just type what specifically you want to know and in which area, or I will do that 1-2 card pull for you for a message. By the way, I go live literally every day, so in case if you don't want to miss those lives and don't want to miss the free readings, also just subscribe to this channel. Now, we are talking specifically about the soul family for Pisces at this moment, because there is this strong potentiality to meet them, to meet this soul family. And I see how these will be very mystical women, healing women specifically, and women who really can shift their mind. And very strong shamanic traditions are here. Okay, to meet such women, you can meet them actually absolutely everywhere in America. You will be able to see them. They look even in a certain way. They have strong wisdom into their eyes. I think you feel already inwardly what I am talking about. Now, how they will help you in that soul family journey. Wow, they will help you to become a true warrior. That's a very, very powerful thing. Because you know what? I will tell you why it is important to become a spiritual warrior here. We are all talking already in the news, they bombard us that the Third World War is on the horizon. I tell you, it's already happening. It's a spiritual war. It's a spiritual war, and we all have to reunite to become those spiritual warriors. So a spiritual warrior and any kind of warrior, what does he have? He must be skillful. So we want to get connected to our root chakra. We connect to our root chakra by really taking the thumb with this finger, reuniting it, and we reconnect with it. Our root chakra is getting stronger through that. Just do it now. Do it now. We become like that strong warrior. You can do it. You can start sensing it and putting it on the bottom where you are sitting. I tell you, there is power in that. And just focus on that spot, okay? Immediately, instantly, you may start sensing power already within you. I know what I'm talking about because there is power in mudras. Why mudras are powerful? Because through our hands, we connect to spirit. We connect to our universe. And let me give you a perspective, beautiful souls. Our hands actually is something with what we create in life. It's with what we hold all the possible tools, you see? So we really shift our reality with hands. Our feet, our legs, they are designed to help our bodies walk. Our feet are selfish. They are designed for us. Our hands are selfless. They are for selfless service here and for creation. That's what our hands are designed for. If we understand this small distinction, we will see so many possibilities and opportunities for us to really reconnect with our center, okay? It is very important today to become that type of warrior who is spiritual warrior, because in this case, we continuously continuously reconnect with our root chakra. We get stronger. We acquire skills. Okay, so you see how these two cards, they go one under another. You are a mystic and you are connected to your root chakra. You have strong presence into this world, but at the same time, you are in between the worlds. Do you see what I am talking about? And these type of people, these type of leaders are really required today. Because in this case, we can truly spread our impact. We can truly shift the minds of those who are crying around us. We can truly heal people around us. All right? If you open your eyes, you will see how many today are struggling. That's why you want to be like that Isis, in between the worlds. Right? This is High Priestess. She's really powerful. She's strong. She's not just stuck into the 6th and 7th chakra. She is here as well. She's here doing her works like a powerful Wonder Woman. That's what she is. All right? And that's what we want just to have in mind, so that we would bash absolutely anyone who will try to suffocate people around, who will try to put people down, so that we would help and serve people. We first heal it within ourselves. We shift it within ourselves, then we can help others. And that's a truly important thing to understand in here, okay? Now, how can you really make that shift within you? How specifically can you do that shift so that to bash that snake out? We're actually stepping into that interesting year of snake, but we want that snake to become a medicine snake, not a poisonous, venomous snake. You know that the poison of snake can be extremely medicinal. So how can we transcend it? Wow. The Queen of Swords. This is powerful. This is one of the most powerful cards, and it's exactly the card, you see, like which will cover the card of the 8 of Swords. So we literally put it over it. Like you literally become like that Wonder Woman warrior. Okay, that's what you are becoming in here, that medicinal woman. Okay, but that medicinal woman is not hiding somewhere in the woods, hiding from the world. That woman knows how to deal with this world. That woman is a strong, powerful leader. That woman knows how to protect people around her, those whom she loves and cares about. That woman knows how to shift her reality. That woman does not whine. That woman is spreading that hope for everyone around her. Do you see what I am talking about? And this is in you. If you are watching it right now, that's definitely in you. There are no any kind of occurrences here which are happening out of the blue. If it is for you now, it is the moment. It is the moment to really do that shift. It is like that calling, okay? That calling is now. So, and you see how you start treating yourself with lots and lots of kindness and patience. This is a tremendously powerful card, how you can start shifting your reality from chrysalis to that pure transcendence. They say it's a cocoon. I say it's a chrysalis. Based on Mother Nature, it's a chrysalis. Okay, just read it. That's why in Father we are born, right? In Christ we are dying. That's what's happening here. And in Sacred Spirit we are reborn. And that's truly powerful. When I realized that, looking at this card, I really had that shape shifting in me, the shift of my, really like the mind, okay? And there were goosebumps when I just realized what it is actually. So yeah, there are powerful codes in this Queen of Swords. She actually owns her world. She owns her world. She spreads that impact by owning the sword of her mind, shifting it. and she shifts it for everyone around her. Do you see what I'm saying? By spreading that light. You see, it's that light is lightning. It's lightning everything, within and without. And she uses her mystical powers. Oops. Mystical powers. She has them. Okay, she has access to it with the power of her hands. Do you see? So you remember we were talking about the hands, that hands are actually here for selfless service. Hands are really the only part of our body what is distinguishing us from animals. They say, hey, you are your brain. Well, brain is bringing us lots of issues here. People are doing here so many problems with their lives and with the lives of others because of their limiting beliefs, because of all the mental constructs imposed into them, okay? We want to find our way out of those damn brains, those lazy bones. We want to start serving the world, doing greater good, spreading love. And brain, if we really look at it, it's not designed to spread love. We were not really taught to spread that love at our schools, nowhere. So we have to take it into our hands. Hands are the only parts in the bodies which we have today to really do that service, if we look at it. Because we are walking erect here, and that's what's distinguishing us from animals. Animals are not using hands to serve anyone, to take care of anyone. Animals are using their hands to walk themselves, okay? They are walking both on their legs and their hands. And we don't even say that these hands, these are just 4 limbs for them. But for us, these are hands. And you know those powerful mudras, right? The mudra of the heart. It's opening up your heart center. It's that lotus mudra. That's the mudra of your heart. You reunite your small fingers and your thumbs together, and that's how you reunite with love, right? Very, very important, I tell you. Yeah, by the way, whoever wants the free reading, stay up to the end. Just claim it here. I will really pick one for whom I will do that reading right now. Just type it. And if you love the reading for a specific area and where exactly, the more specific you are, the better. If you want general one, I will do it. Also, if you love the readings, in general, what I'm doing, subscribe to the channel, because I go live literally every day here. All right, so let's move forward. Which part of your heart you will be able to heal through this period? Let's have a look at it. Wow. Divinely connected heart. Meet your karma. You see this heart. This heart is actually already owning the brain. The brain is shaped. Usually our brain is shaped that way. Okay? So it's kind of like this. But our heart is in the other shape, if you look at it. So the brain actually is becoming like that chalice for accepting the guidance from the universe for doing the greater good, right? Because our brains, if we look at it, they are closed from that acceptance. They're closed. They're like just those turtles, right? But this is the shape. This is the shape shifter, which I am talking about. The shift has been done in here. That's what happened. So, yeah, just look at these specifically and see how we can really transcend even how we perceive the world. Because once we do that change of perception, what may truly happen, we will start sensing the world differently. You see, she's like having that huge chalice in her head. Her head is not anymore serving her thing. She's here to really be divinely guided and to truly serve absolutely everyone who is around her. And that's the true gift. When we are divinely guided, there is no other way for us than just to serve people around us, to serve and to really do greater good. If we are going to that type of brain, right, that type of brain like the like it is slightly more rounded, right? Those who were studying it in biology classes, but that's what it is, slightly more rounded. It's just like that turtle which we have on our heads. We are shut down from that divine guidance, truly. So our brains are like those powerful antennas. We really need to transcend them from one shape to another. Okay, so that's the shape shifter which we are doing within ours. Now, I will tell you one thing. I remember how I was extremely selfish in the first part of my life up to 25 years, and I was very suicidal, actually. I couldn't see even where to go, what to do. I was the manager of a huge organization at that time, of a really big department. Many people were under me. But I was unhappy. I asked myself, so what? I have all these positions, I have this money, I'm living in the city center, what's next? I could not make sense out of it. And you know what? After that, I went to the jungles, and exactly there, you see how, like, this is the medicine woman. I found that medicine woman guidance there. Okay, I found that medicine in pure nature for me. When I really did that shift of my whole perception that we are here for something bigger than us. We are here not for us. And then I started changing my career direction, absolutely everything in life. I moved out of the big city. I started traveling. I'm traveling for more than 10 years already up to now, and I still don't stop. I'm temporarily in Toronto, but I still do not stop my travels. So I was really miserable in my whole relationship area. I could not make it work, but how could I? I was so selfish. It was all about me. Until I realized that when you step into the relationships, this is all divinely guided. And then I found my soulmate. His name even is like mine. We both have similar names. My name is Yulia and his name is Yuli. It's truly like a miracle, I tell you. So when you see such things happening in life, you just start really seeing beyond physicality. And then I realized, wait, this is all about people around. I'm here for the sake of it all. I'm not here for the sake of me. And then, slowly but steadily, I started really delivering lots of value and service. And now I own 2 successful businesses, and I really do not have anything what could make me just feel in lack. And that's what I'm teaching. I'm teaching how to step into that abundance flow, how to become that chalice who really owns her reality, how to be divinely guided, connected, so that you would start really living the reality on a new level. By the way, if you love my readings, subscribe to the channel. I do those live readings every day so that you will not miss them out. But again, here I noticed that I have to develop in me also powerful warrior skills. We already talked about it, but when you are divinely guided, you understand you have to be active in life. You become like that active Buddha. You're not really sitting under the tree Bodhi somewhere in India. You are active in life, in your works, okay? And you know, I met so many powerful people here who are running big organizations, and they are like those powerful spiritual warriors. And one of the most amazing ones, he is having the mission of spreading joy. And I was just like, wow. And more than 4,000 people under that person. And he's really taking care about his people. It's so amazing to see it. Now, when you are divinely guided, you want to take care about yourself because you will become active. Okay? How can you take care about yourself when you become that active? Oh, that's the reversed one. So you do not want to watch actually the movie. You want to stand up, you see? You want to stand up from any kind of sloth. Because when we watch movie, we go to that sloth mode. So this is powerful. So this is not about watching movie. You are not anymore watching the movie of your life. You become active. Do you see what I'm saying? When we are here watching, it's okay to watch it here and there, but when we are more watching the movie all the time, we develop that sloth state in us. Very important to see it and to understand it. So diligent work is the key for a powerful warrior. Oh, and you want to really start considering something alternative in your healings. If you have serious diseases, whatever, do continue with what your doctors are proposing to you, but start being open for something alternative, okay? Something alternative, being like, you see, like that shapeshifter, shifting your view. I will give you perspective. My husband, he had his lots of aches into his spine for a while. He couldn't even sit when we met. Now he can bend in multiple directions. The doctors told him that he must actually do surgeries. He didn't do even one. Now he's bending. He was doing lots of healings and yoga and lots of stuff and lots of muscle work, lots of stuff with different healers. He was open. He was open for the alternative view. You know, the powerful card for that is actually the Hangman. It's the alternative vision. Alternative vision, when we view something alternatively, not how we were taught. Okay, so be open always for that alternative vision, because this alternative vision may open you up for many more things to come into your life. By the way, number 12, it finishes that cycle. There were 12 disciples also around Jesus, and it finishes the cycle on our watch, right? So it creates that round cycle, that whole view. When you have multiple views over the same thing, you can open up the truth, I tell you. So very, very important that you have that approach within you. Okay, so I would love also to have the guidance from your guides for this period. This is actually the very angelic, beautiful deck. So I would love to ask what's in there. Oops, yeah, it's it's actually one of these creators. So this is the deck for those who want it. Now, let's, for some reason I didn't remove it from there. It was meant to be that you will see it, you know. So make the screenshot of this video. Oh, receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine. You see how it is interconnected. Oops. Divine. You see? Divinely connected and receiving divine plan to trust my inner guidance. There is truly that power, that coherence, and that resonance in all this. Whenever I see that the cards are resonating so much, it means it's extremely truthful, you know. By the way, how you are opening up any kind of truth, it's, by the way, coming back to that Hangman perspective and that number 12. When you start looking at the same thing from at minimum 12 perspectives. I tell you, if you are judging someone, let's say, or something, or you are not sure about something, what you can do is you can truly actually start opening yourself up to multiple perspectives, up to 12. Okay, up to 12. Very, very important. So that you see, not to see it in a diluted way like in here, but to see it much more distinct. We want to see the truth. When we see the truth, when we look at the same thing from multiple angles, Jesus, by the way, had 12 disciples. For which reason? Every one of them had their story around him. Now we can have a much more kind of like whole overview over this person, this really, really beautiful person who once appeared on this planet and really gave us so much in here. So this is very, very important to see. So once you start receiving, what will happen to your heart, you will start it opening up like that lotus. I propose you that practice. Take your hands, do like this, okay? Do like this right now. Literally all your fingers, they go that way. Just do it. Put some pressure, a bit of pressure there. And just start opening up slowly but steadily this. Slowly but steadily until you fully open it and you only have intersection here and here. All the rest is fully opened. And then put it on your heart center. Put it on your heart center, okay? And ask from the universe for the divine guidance. What can you do in this life further? So that it will come to you in the divine time. And just go sleeping after that. And you shall receive. Do not over push it. Okay? Do not really start expecting it. You will receive it by noticing those powerful symbols here and there. Just take some journal. Do not type it into your phone. You want to use phone as less as possible from perspective of writing your dreams, okay? There are multiple reasons for that, because phone actually decreases our energy. That's one thing. Another thing, just like there are lots of things happening in the phone, I prefer just to use pen and paper. And usually when you write down things, what's happening is you also activate the shape shifting into your brain. You literally shift your brain, your neural pathways, because when you write things, the affirmative statements as well, in a correct way, when you write them down, true story, our brains have that amazing quality as neuroplasticity. Okay, so we start shifting our brains literally on a physical level. That's what can be. And I want to just also give you that also one thing here. If you really start receiving, what exactly will you start receiving? Wow, lots of energy actually. That energy is behind everything. We started from it, and now we are nearly finishing with that. This is Knight of Wands. And Knight of Wands is the representation of that powerful energy, which will start really pouring into your reality. If you only allow it to happen. It's all about that. Now, I am actually riding horses myself. And there was a moment when I was too much into control. The horse nearly, I was nearly falling down from it. There was a moment when I couldn't hold the strings. The strings, it's what we hold the horse over. It doesn't have the strings here, but he's holding over its hair here. But there are strings where we hold the horse, right? That special ammunition. So I nearly fell down because I lost the strings and it started riding like crazy. And I developed lots of fear onto the horse. My teacher was so kind. She was walking me through relearning that kind of like riding on the horse from scratch. But what I noticed, I became very fearful and in lots of control. I stopped receiving signals from the horse. Why I'm saying you that story is that it is natural when we are in fear, we try to control things and we stop the flow. We stop the natural flow of the light, of all the goodies into our lives. We go to the dark side when our horse is not riding anymore. When we are in control, we are moving slow. We just want to be open to that, to start receiving. Look what I am doing, just to tweak a bit the angle, slightly 2 millimeters. That's what we want to do. That's all what is required, all right? And this is very easy. Persistence, kindness is required. And that persistence, right? And that hope for the divine guidance. You remember this card of that self-kindness, right? When we have that patience, we beat out from our hearts all the anger, all the impatience, all the broken stuff through giving ourselves that kindness and patience. We are the only ones who can give it to ourselves, no matter what happens in our lives. Just remember that. That's how we pass through that chrysalis correctly, right? That space when everything is in chaos. Everything may be in chaos around you, but you may actually think that there is no hope, and sometimes you may already kind of like doubt, is this guy even thinking about us, right? But that guy who created it all, that center of the universe, whatever you believe what it is, however you call it, it is always thinking about us. You just need to have that trust and open yourself up to that abundance and that divine flow through you. Again, we go to that receiving, right? Opening that lotus, that inner lotus through your heart. You remember what I was teaching you? That inner lotus in your heart. By the way, if you love these readings, subscribe to this channel. I am doing these readings literally every day, and I'm teaching you new techniques, how you can realign with that divine guidance specifically, okay? How can you really start shifting all the mental constructs and debris which were imposed into you through your life? Because this is absolutely possible. I could do it, it means you could do it as well. There are just specific techniques and strategies which you can do to make it happen. Okay, so there is nothing really unique in that. All right, so let's see also. Yes, Rennie, I see. If you, by the way, those who claimed those free readings, type what specifically you want in that free reading, that would help me. And I picked just one today to do that reading for. So all of you who asked for the reading, I will pick one. If you are here live, I will do for you the reading in the end of this session. So stay tuned and we will do that. I do those readings literally every day in the end of every session, if you claim it, and then I read it through you after this whole guidance. So subscribe to the channel not to miss it. All right. Wow, Knight of Pentacles. You know, when you start receiving, that's the card. The Knight of Pentacles is the only card, in fact, the only card with the horses, where the horse is standing. Meaning, when we go to that receivership mode, we just receive all these gifts from the universe. That's what's happening. That's what started happening to me. You know, when I just started building my businesses from scratch, there was, of course, the first one and then the second one, and then I had to handle both. And then I had to be involved into consultations with the other ones, other businesses, because I became more skillful. So I could never imagine that I would do it all. But that was because I became that warrior. I became that warrior. This is here. I started acquiring skill set after skill set after skill set, and it started flowing to me. And I started being that diligent worker, literally diligent servant of God, of the universe, whatever you call it. And that's how I literally shifted my reality. Soon I will open, by the way, the whole program, which will be the unique opportunity for those who will want actually to walk through this process with me and who want to really open you up for building that side hustle, or maybe even making it full time. But we will go, I will really work mainly with women who are right now into the corporate world and who want to make that shift, that jump start. So because I've done it many years ago, I want to give that gift. It will be a whole program and the whole service from my side. Lots of things will be like from serving perspective. So you will see. So if you want to learn about it, subscribe also to the channel, not to miss it out. So why I'm talking about this? Because once you go to that warrior mode, and that's number one, you develop it in you, then you naturally develop in you receiving that of all these skill set. You start seeing situation correctly every time, which skill set to receive at every moment. Because once we start our business, or side hustle, right? We always started from a side hustle as women here, because just like, what if it will not work? These were the thoughts for me. What if this? What if that? What if nobody will pay me for that? What if my work is not valuable? Blah, blah, blah. All this inner talk. Now, this all is what's stopping us from start. But then, guess what? If you reunite with your authentic self, if you start receiving that abundance flow, if you reunite with your divine flow, guess what's happening? Everything happens naturally. You actually start riding that horse, but the horse is not walking anywhere. It's standing in the center. You just recollect the gifts. You recollect the skills. You become extremely powerful. I could never imagine that I will run this 7-figure business, which I'm having today, and I would ever build it, actually. And this is tremendously beautiful things which can happen to you. I never was thinking that I would even earn my first 1,000 out of my corporate job. But I tell you, many things are possible here if you start doing them right, and if you do that transition right, if you incorporate proper codes in you. And quite soon, as I mentioned, I will open a specific program for those who will be interested to walk them from 0 to 6 figures, because I know how to build it step by step. And today I am already in this service perspective. I really want to help women to become powerful leaders. That's what I am here for. And really just, that's the stage of my life. That's what I'm here for, to spread that word, to make more light here to shine. Because I see lots and lots of beautiful women who are healers, who have those gifts, who are divinely guided. But what's happening, they really don't know how to start, how to make it sustainable, how to scale. And there are lots of fears inside. I know I was there. But the truth is, there is the way to get reconnected to that divine guidance, to make it sustainable, to start receiving, and to truly reconnect all this knowledge, all this skill set with the guidance from the universe. It's a really powerful combination, okay? Because guys here, I was in multiple entrepreneurial groups. What I noticed that guys specifically, they are actually suffering from not being in the center. They are always on the periphery. Their horse is not standing. They are on the periphery. It's never enough for them. I am standing in my horse. I'm enough. I'm feeling well, okay? I am feeling well. And all my women whom I already taught this skill set, they are happy as well with that. So once I will finish with my first focus group, I will start this new group as well. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, because I will do that opening quite soon. All right, so let's see. I think that one more question which I want here to have for all of you is that guidance from the universe for the powerful claim. Which kind of claim you want to have, so that to start that receiving flow already right now. Remember that our speech apparatus is very powerful. Whatever we say, whatever we speak here, in a powerful way, starts working if we do it correctly. And that's how I shifted my reality as well, by working with powerful affirmations. By the way, this is my deck, and it has lots of powerful affirmations in it. So for each and every card, this is based on Rider-Waite, as you can see, for those who know. Those who beginners, you can identify it. So Each card has the powerful affirmative statement, how you can really shift yourself to a really positive perspective from the cards. Like every card has negativity into it, some negative reversed side. So there are powerful affirmative statements, how you can shift yourself to balance, no matter what you are reading. Because those who have experienced that anxiety, you kind of like want to start reading the cards, but then I would better stay away from the cards. I was there, and that's why I actually designed the deck, because it's a much more gentle deck. It's a much more gentle deck. So than Rider-Waite, because in Rider-Waite there is lots of things like, hey, like death, loss, you know. It's just like it was too much for me. I was in too much anxiety. Like more than 10 years ago, it was a huge period for me with lots of heavy metal toxicity, viral stuff, mold, whatever. So what was happening at that time is crazy. So I decided to create some gentle deck for those who are walking through pretty much the same period, you know, because we want gentle, kind guidance. Oh, I connect with nature today. Do you see? Do you know why this phrase is in here? Probably whenever you went into nature, and you can just, even right now, just close your eyes and imagine that you are somewhere in nature. What do you experience in your heart? Immediately, you can sense that openness. In nature, actually, everything is opening up, is flourishing, is opening up to its full potential. But humans here, they are struggling with finding that potential. That's why this phrase will connect you with that divine guidance. You see what I'm talking about? That divine connected heart. Because especially if you just write it down before sleep, if you just keep on focusing on that, there will be no limitations to how much you can start opening that heart. And this is the intentional openness which you start developing in you. Once you open your heart from that perspective, with that intentional openness, and you write down that affirmative statement, you intentionally open yourself to receiving all what is benevolent, good, beautiful, and truthful. So you want just to frame it in that way: I allow only what I allow. And I allow only good, beautiful, and truthful things to happen to me here. Okay? So I allow only what I allow. This phrase was like a blitz, like a thunder, which came to me once. So you kind of like create that framework, that frame for you when you open yourself for receiving. Because guess what? You can receive many things. I don't want to receive all this stuff which is negative. There are so many things, even in the cosmic realm. Believe me, I'm meditating more than two hours per day for already 3+ years in a row. And my head was receiving crazy stuff. Then I shut it down. I literally shut it down to that frame. And the frame was, I allow only what I allow, and I allow only good, beautiful, and truthful to happen to me and to come into me. That's what I started allowing. Okay, so that you would start going into that connectedness with who you truly are through allowance of what is only possible for you in that good realm. Okay, because I know how many practices here are done for the full moon, you know, just in the full moon, you can attract many things, you know, if you don't wish it right. You don't want to wish stuff exactly as it is. Many, they are saying, hey, wish this, this, and this, and then it ends up being not how you even wished it for. So you want to say, I wish to be happy. Happy, I wish to feel good, beautiful. I wish to feel that everything is in alignment. You know, that's how I manifested my house, by the way, here in Canada. When we entered here just more than a year ago, first time, after our continuous travels for more than 10 plus years. So, and that's how I manifested this beautiful house. I just said, I just want to feel good in the house. And I wish it to be spacey, beautiful, and just feel nice, healthy, beautiful, that this house is all in alignment with me, with pleasant neighbors, you know, with some pathway where I can walk. And guess what? Booms, it manifested. I didn't overthink that much. And there are laws for manifestation, by the way, if you do it right without overthinking. We keep overthinking too much. I have the whole course around it, how to manifest correctly. You can find it actually onto my website if for those of you who are interested. That's the whole area, how you can truly manifest everything here in a powerful way without overwhelming or overthinking details. That's exactly what was extremely heavy on me when I was visiting all these manifestation courses, you know, like I need to envision stuff in details. I don't see anything when I close my eyes than those like black and white dots. I don't know. I see nothing. So I actually started doing it differently, and everything ended up tremendously well because there are different laws for manifestors who don't see the specific pictures. And actually, the less you see, the better, because you allow that divine guidance to do the work for you. You just need to claim how you want to feel through the process. How you want to feel through the process, because you develop that inner trust for that divine guidance. All right? And that's a very important thing to understand in here. All right, so just have this in mind whenever you start your manifestation practices. Now, which other guidance from the universe would be the right one for you at this moment? Let's have a look. I see myself through the eyes of love. Yes, and this is very important. For those of you who have actually issues with your eyesight, this is a tremendously important claim. Why? Because I actually will tell you, I had my eyes -9 and -6 with astigmatism for 27 years in a row in my life. Once I started developing that connectedness to that divine guidance, to accepting that love and abundance coming through me, my eyesight improved. Today, I have -3 and -1.5. No astigmatism. I do not use eyeglasses. Yes, I use them here and there for my computer, but I tell you, that's what's happening once you really start that process within you. I was not with doctors, no one. I just started that inner release process. And wherever I see people who have issues with their eyes, I tell you, you want to have that claim, the claim, which is this one, and you want to start feeling that. You want to start feeling that. If you're right now seeing this, that's truly for you, okay? And I used that technique also with many, then we worked it out with some of my clients, and we truly observed how the eyesight started purified from that perspective, seeing slightly more clear. It's not always the case. It depends on many other factors, but I was intense in my divine guidance and trust. That's why for me, through years, it just worked the wonders. But again, it all also depends on you, how far you can go in shifting all your previous beliefs. All right, very important to understand this small perspective here, this small deviation. Now, let's see as well the guidance from your angels. Once you start receiving, what shall you start receiving? Gratitude. That's interesting. Here we see Lakshmi. Lakshmi, she is actually the goddess who was a consort of Vishnu. And Krishna was the representation of Vishnu actually here on this planet, the dancer, that cosmic dancer, right? So she's the goddess of abundance, by the way. Do you see those lotuses, what I was talking about? These lotuses are in here opening up all the time. And this color green, that healing gratitude, whatever you have in life at this moment. You know, how powerful are all these gratitude journals if you use them right? You tell me, Yulia, I use them, nothing works. No, there is the methodics how you use them. You don't just write it and forget about it. There are techniques how you can open that gratitude in you petal by petal and open up your heart. You remember what I showed you? How you can open up your heart like petal by petal, slowly but steadily. And that's how you start using your gratitude journal. Exactly that way. There is no other way which will be more effective than that. Once you open your heart with that intentionality, you want it or not, but that Lakshmi, that the spirit of that Lakshmi, who is goddess of abundance, starts opening there. Because you will really be guided by that. I see green color today in the auras of many. I can see actually the colors of auras, and I have even the whole book how you can start doing that, healing your aura, like tarot and aura specifically. Soon I will launch it on my website for those who are interested in that. So green color, it's the color of that inner healing and reconnectedness with that abundance flow. When you shift your reality to that new perspective, right? What's happening is your aura changes to that green color, the color of that beautiful goddess. That's what's happening there. And whenever I see it, I'm really in that joyful mode, actually, because I start seeing it in many people here around me. Before it was never the case, but now I see more and more. And this gives us hope for all of us here. So, and there is the methodics how you can start seeing it as well. For those of you, again, who are interested, I can teach you. You can write me about that. We can have even the session or two for that. But it takes some time and work on you. It really requires work. It's a real ability. Everyone can develop it. This ability, it's not something extreme, okay? But if you just put on some time into that and do certain practices and works, it's more than possible. If you are interested in that, the first thing to start is just to start reading slightly more in that, maybe in Google, in internet. As I mentioned, I have also something which I will launch quite soon on my website, Tarot and Auras. So keep on looking it or subscribe to my newsletter there. It will definitely be announced, and you can really, just so that you would not miss it, because I will do it with some offering there for sure in my newsletter for those who are inside my community. All right, so yeah, that's regarding gratitude. By the way, when you develop gratitude in you, you not only open up the lotus of your heart for more to come, you also become a powerful leader, very strong leader in this life. You own your voice. Why? Because once the heart chakra is opened, it just pushes the opening of your throat chakra. Those of you who are in mudras, you probably already recognized this mudra. It's a mudra for your throat chakra. You see? So we had this heart mudra. Now, you see what you are doing? You can already do it yourself. Take your finger, take these fingers like this, and just put it that way. You see what I'm doing? So, and just put it onto your throat chakra. Okay? Vishuddhi. So just like put it there and just sense it there. So it's really powerful. And this Queen of Swords, she's actually responsible for that throat chakra. So you start really speaking like to the guts of people. People start sensing your power from within, you know, and that's how you really start changing the world around you, really helping people with your words. Words can be a powerful tool, I tell you, if you know how to use them. If you find the right words for the right people, for the specific situation, there are no limits to how much you can create in this world, okay? And everyone who is reconnected with their heart center, they want it or not, but they become really powerful in how they portray their words into this world, how they deliver their message. So they will never speak beyond what must be spoken. Very important. They will say the necessary message just to the necessary person. If they are required to speak for a while, they will speak for a while. If they are required to be silent for a while, they will be silent. It's not about speaking it out all the time. So they hold their speech apparatus in a masterful way. And that's who is Queen of Swords. Okay? So this is opening through gratitude. I remember I had a client and she had lots of issues in her throat. She couldn't speak. So we started practicing and working with the gratitude journal together with the cards and specifically with the Queen of Swords. And guess what happened is she started having the ease in her throat. She started speaking finally her truth. And that's a really interesting thing because we think many times that this is the chronicle thing and we cannot really do anything around it. But the more you actually see wonders, how people release stuff into them and how they start kind of like reuniting in their chakras, how they heal their auras, how they find their inner truth through simple practices by doing it consistently under a proper guidance. What's happening is that true shape shifting is happening within them. You see more and more women and men who start really healing themselves. Well, I'm working more with women, honestly, because women are much less dense than men. Men are much more dense, I want to acknowledge, and they are less open for that. Whenever I see a man who is open, I am joyful. I am just joyful, like with this all the fountain. And there is lots of divine masculinity here. Men who become open, it's also a joyful act. But more at this moment, honestly, what I'm observing is more women still who are going in this direction and doing those healing works. So my mission here is to make those women powerful, spiritual warriors. You remember this card? So that these women do not only do this on a small scale, but start really spreading that word, becoming powerful leaders here. That's why I was talking to you that I will start opening that specific program for those who are interested to become that powerful leader, who, let's say you are in some spiritual works, you don't know how to deliver your gift to the world. So I will be opening these programs soon. So if you are interested, subscribe to the channel. I will definitely do that announcement here quite soon. Also, I'm doing those lives here regularly if you love these readings, so that you would not miss out this stuff. For those of you who want free reading, I will also pick one in the end of each story, who is live at this moment, and I will do that reading for you. So please, if you want that reading, type in here. Just do be brave, you know. Type that you want that reading, and I will pick one for whom I will do it. So let me know who wants that reading. So Renee Towns, I would love to have free reading in a love. All right, let me see who else wanted the reading. Type me here who is live, please, who want the reading right now, because I think we will already step into this phase of doing those free readings. Who wants the reading? I will pick one right now. Let's do this. Let's do this now. Type who wants it, please. so that everyone would have the chance. And then I will pick one just right now. And we'll do that. Because I will do for those who are only live. That was the condition. And who will type it in the end of this session. All right. Okay, I see. I will wait for some while. I want to give that opportunity for everyone. Oh, someone is from Australia. Yo-yo. Okay. I see people started writing. Come on, guys, just write who wants, because I can pick literally everyone here at this moment. No matter when you wrote, okay? No matter when you wrote. Who is ready for a free reading? Just a few more moments. I will type up to 5, and then we shall stop. Everyone who had opportunity already will be in that row. By the way, if you want to have that reading any moment, I'm doing those lives every day. So just subscribe so that you would not miss them, those lives, and then just be in the end of the reading for sure, so that I would do for you, okay? If I see also you are consistently here, I will do for you absolutely. I love those who are consistent. Consistency, by the way, is the code of abundance. It's the code of Vishnu. All right, so who is ready? Just type I am ready. Okay. All right. All right. So, guys, 1, 2, 3. When I finish, I will stop the count and I do the reading. 4, 5. Count, stop. We do it. So I think I will do it. I immediately see here Yo-Yo. So Yo-Yo, I will do the reading for you, Yo-Yo, from Australia. Please tell me, Yo-Yo. Guys, by the way, for those of you who are here, you can watch the reading. You can see if it is aligned with you. And so that you would see if you love even the readings for future like that. And Yo-Yo, I would love to ask you personally, in which specific area you want the reading? Which specific area? Can you please write me down? Do you want just one card reading? Do you want the reading in a specific area? Okay, Yo-Yo, I am waiting for you. For life, do you want that for life? You want just to connect with your higher purpose? Did you figure it out? What is the specific question? Okay, so leadership and love. How to step into your leadership? Did I frame it correctly? Okay. So, let's see. Let's have a look at it. Okay. So, now, by the way, whenever we do the readings, we want always to make sure that everything comes in order and into place. For those of you who even are starting in that direction, because we don't want to create that mess or chaos. Okay, very important how we step into the reading. Oh, Queen of Swords. All right. This is a beautiful card. We talked a lot about her. Wow, that's an interesting combination. 4 of Cups and Queen of Swords. 10 of Cups. All right. I love the cards. Here, 5 of Swords. That's an interesting thing. I tell you, look at this combo, Yo-Yo. 10 of Swords and Queen of Cups. So what I can clearly see here, Yo-Yo, immediately, you really want to do lots of work regarding the release of anxiety within you. I don't know what's happening at this moment, but there is something what is really kind of like, how to explain, it's slowing you down from attaining that that space, which is your space. You can be really that powerful leader. You can become that leader in life and that intuitive guide, actually. Do you see this lady? She's sitting like on the throne, and she's sitting in between those 4 cups. She's actually the emotional healer, and any kind of guidance which you can provide to the world from emotional healing works could be done once you heal it within you. So this is possible for you only once you release within you lots of anxiety, you know. So this is, you see how she's doing that. She is into that moment of release. And this is the card actually for Gemini. So Gemini card is expressed by the 10 of Swords. So 10 of Swords, it's when you overuse your mind. Let's say you over-complex things around you. You have a project, for example, and you want to step into it, but what's happening is you yourself do not allow yourself to fly. And that mind, those thoughts, those doubts, they actually start happening all around you, not allowing you to fly. You sit like a bird, you have that idea of a project, you have it within you, but you, on some level, stopping yourself from doing it. So I would recommend to do this shadow work, actually, because it seems like there is the strong requirement for that at this moment. So go through that with any kind of person with whom you feel a resonance, because that shadow work will help you to release lots of patterns which may stop you to become that powerful leader in the emotional healing work. Okay, this specifically the emotional healing work, because this is a strong leadership card. This is a strong leadership card, and it's literally pre-designed for you. And on some level, you can sense it inside that you can do that type of work, even if you've never done it before. But if you start doing it by going there with lots of unresolved things here, it will not happen. Okay, it will not happen. So you want to do that shadow work with a person whom you feel resonance with, whoever will speak to you, and you will just like to discern that person. You can ask yourself a question if after that session you feel easy or light. It's not a therapist work, I would say. It's a shadow work, I would say. It's releasing of any kind of patterns which don't serve you. You can use actually shadow work in combination with tarot cards. I saw many are actually doing it as well. Energy healing work also can be helping for releasing patterns, and I will give you the perspective. My husband, not so long ago, he had a tremendous breakthrough once he released the patterns which were bringing him down in his business. Okay, so you can grow tremendously beyond the level where you are currently in once you release the patterns which are holding you. Okay, so I would strongly recommend you doing that and going deeper into release of all that inner stuff. Okay, now which kind of gifts are hidden in you so that you would be inspired by doing that work, because that's a tough thing. That's a tough pathway. It's kind of like, hey, I'm looking into the abyss of me inside me. So we want to go there by not just looking at emotional healing work. We want to go there by knowing why we are doing it. Just like, hey, I want a bit more inspiration. And you can be a powerful leader in that direction, I tell you. You can do so much in that because you are innately sensitive and intuitive, Yo-Yo. Wow. Wow. This is really, really the leadership card, I would say. And this is the card when you really want to kind of like, this, let me give you the perspective, what I immediately sense for you, Yo-Yo, here. I actually opened up to all my gifts in this area because I'm the energy healer myself and I'm coming from Siberia, and I'm doing lots and lots of rebalancing chakra work with many of my clients as well. So I opened it up in me once I soothed down all my fears and desires. And I also have done that shadow work. I also have something around that, but I would not just say anything about that at this moment. I want you to pick your guide, your teacher, which resonates with you. And the pathway for you to step into that lady, this is the healing, this is the medicine woman, actually. That's what I see here. The pathway here is to, you want to explore the pathway of becoming that person who really soothes down her fears and desires. Now, you want to start doing either some kind of travel. You can experience a travel into the jungles, for example. That's what I've done on my pathway, okay? Because this card is a very strong card in the direction. Another thing, alternatively, you can go to see certain animals here which you were afraid of. Okay, so there is, for example, every one of us here are afraid of serpents. I mean the snakes. But it's a safe way. You go into that serpentarium and you observe them in a safe way. You want to reconnect with their wisdom and stop that inner fear by observing them. And why I'm saying you that? Because you can truly kind of like start by looking into the wild eyes of that animal, of that snake, really reconnect with your inner fear. We all have that fear within, which is coming through observing the snakes, especially when they are moving. So that one thing which you can do, it's very easy. I was doing it myself, so to get to that level, okay? Another thing, you can start horse riding. Horse riding is tremendously powerful for women specifically because it brings you to that inner confidence. I tell you, all the issues in your body which are coming from the constraints in your mental constructs, right? Mental constructs from everything what happened. You may not even remember. That's the unfair thing here when we are going through our childhood and we do not really already remember what we sponged through childhood. Now, in order to release it, you want to regain that confidence to step into that true leadership, okay? True leadership. And you want to have that approach of doing it actively. So take a few classes of horse riding, okay? Go maybe to that serpentarium, or another thing, just visit jungles. I tell you, it may be a really crazy experience, and not just like in a comfortable way. Pick maybe a good friend or someone who can support you in that, and go into the wild jungles. Prepare, of course, but that can be the true experience with a good guide. That's what I've done. I was in Manaus, in the middle of the jungles in Brazil, okay, Amazonas. I know what I'm talking about. I was with one friend. We went to the wild jungles. We were there more than 10 days. That's where all my revelations started happening, okay? That's where I started reconnecting with my true inner wisdom. And I tell you that when you look into that fear first in the eyes of that wildness, you also can see the desires. And that's how you can truly kind of like, oh, you grew up with horses and riding. That's beautiful. So this, in this case, if you grew up with that, then you can skip it, because it's not something what you already handle. You want to handle it through something what you didn't do, okay? And in this case, did you ever like go to Serpentarium, let's say? Did you ever go to jungles? Something what you never have done, what can really like be like, wow, but at the same time in a safe way. You want to go with a good guide there, not just like have that crazy experience when you are not safe, right? So safety first. But at the same time, you want to have that possibility to have that like woo inside, you know, when you look into that. I remember how I was in the middle of those jungles and I saw the this animal. I think it was not leopard, but I forgot the name. I forgot the name of that big cat there. I think it was, I don't remember already the specific name, but the big cat, wild cat was there. And that was a crazy moment. And it was looking at me. I was looking at it. And it was the moment when I thought, that's it. That's the end of my life. That's it. So the guide who was nearby me, he helped me at that moment just to step away. But that moment, I feel in my guts, literally all the time. Oh, so we see here a really wild woman. She loves deep rainforest walks. So, okay. So I would say write into your journal, tarot journal or your journal, whatever, this question: what could you do in the near future where you can really have that woo-woo feeling? Woo, what you were like, and usually it's related to nature, not just like, you know, what I mentioned to you, maybe going to even Serpentarium. I don't know if you were there. It seems like you were doing already many cool stuff here, but write the list what would cause that woo-woo feeling in your guts and go there. And go there, but go in a very safe way, ideally. That's what I would propose to you. Safety first always, with some guide, very important. And then just see what happens, because you may become a really powerful, strong leader for many women, specifically here, to really heal their hearts, like that emotional healer. That's what I see for you. So if you really do it right, what's in store for you there? Let's see. Oh, so it's on you actually. This pathway is bright for you. It's just that yes thing for that direction. In fact, that additional reassurance, you know. You see, like this Queen of Cups. But first you want to really do that work. Do that work by asking that question which I mentioned to you. All right, Yo-Yo, I think on this I will finish for you. If you would love more readings like these, guys, I will go live literally every day. So subscribe to this channel. I will pick always one for every reading in the end. And I would need from you that active participation and typing. As you could see, I picked Yo-Yo just because she typed as one of those. It was not a specific count. So it was a pure luck. I hope, Yo-Yo, that it gave you value in here for today. And now you are equipped with some guidance to follow to your leadership direction, to your higher purpose. Because once you really resolve this stuff, the love thing will logically happen, okay? That because, you know, once I reconnected with my higher self, I immediately met my soulmate. His name even is like my name. His name is Yuli. My name is Yulia. You know, these things happen here, I tell you. This is a crazy, crazy thing. Okay, so yeah. So stay tuned. I go right now live to my Facebook group for every one of you. You can find that group, Tarot Secrets, in Facebook. You also can find it in the description in my channel. I do their lives literally every day. So if you love to ask me any questions there, I also do the live readings there. So please subscribe there and we will continue in that space. Okay, so you are very much welcome. Thank you, everyone, and wishing you a beautiful, beautiful evening. For someone is morning, I think, for those who are from Australia here. Sending you all blessings.